If someone tells you they never get angry, run. I'm serious. Because there are only two types of people who never show anger, saints or sociopaths. And I can promise you, the person you're dealing with, they're not a saint. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you could save you from years of psychological damage. Leave a like if you've ever dated someone like this. Here's what most people don't understand about anger. It's not the emotion itself that's dangerous. It's what you do with it. Anger is data. It's your nervous system screaming boundary violation. It's your brain saying something here is not okay. So, when someone tells you they never feel anger, they're either lying to you, lying to themselves, or something way darker is happening under the surface. And today we're going to dissect exactly what that is. But first, we need to understand the difference between two types of people who don't get angry. Comment type 1 if you suppress your anger, or type 2 if someone close to you does. Okay, let's start with the green flag version. The healthy person who doesn't get angry. This person, they're not suppressing anything. They feel the anger. They acknowledge it, but they've mastered emotional regulation. Here's what this looks like in real life. Someone cuts them off in traffic. They feel the spike of irritation, they take a breath, and they let it go. Why? Because they've done the internal work. They know that this random driver isn't worth their peace. They're choosing their battles consciously. These people do express anger, but it's proportional, it's direct, and it's productive. When they're upset with you, they'll tell you. They don't play games. They don't give silent treatment. They don't store resentment in a mental filing cabinet. Hit the like button if you're working on becoming this person. Now, let's talk about red flag number 1, pathological suppression. This is the person who was trained from childhood that anger is dangerous. Maybe they grew up in a volatile home where anger meant violence. Maybe they were punished every time they expressed displeasure. So they learned to freeze. They learned that the safest thing to do is to become invisible, to never rock the boat, to never have needs. And now, as an adult, they literally cannot access their anger even when they should. Here's the danger. These people are magnets for narcissists and abusers. Why? Because they will never fight back. They will rationalize your bad behavior. They will forgive things that are unforgivable. And when you cross their boundaries, they'll apologize to you. Type freeze if this was you growing up. Red flag number 2 is even more sinister. The silent manipulator. This person knows exactly what they're doing. They figure out that overt anger makes you look bad, so they've weaponized calmness. They never yell, but they'll give you the silent treatment for days. They never criticize, but they'll make passive-aggressive comments that cut deeper than any insult. They never argue, but somehow you always end up apologizing to them. See the pattern? This is what psychologists call covert aggression. They're furious, they're vindictive, but they've learned to package in a way that makes you look like the crazy one. And the scariest part? They often don't even realize they're doing it. It's so automatic, so deeply programmed, that they genuinely believe they're the calm one in the relationship. Comment silent weapon if you experience this manipulation. Let's bring it back to another green flag, the person who consciously chooses their battles. This is different from suppression. This is wisdom. These people understand something profound. Not every offense deserves a response. Not every annoyance needs to be addressed. They have strong boundaries, but they also have perspective. They know the difference between this person is disrespecting me and this person is having a bad day. So when their partner snaps at them because they're stressed about work, they don't take it personally. They don't keep score. They don't bring it up in every fight for the next 6 months. They address it if it becomes a pattern, but they don't treat every moment of friction like a war. Double tap if you're learning to choose your battles wisely. And now, the most dangerous red flag of all, the pressure cooker. This is a person who seems calm for months, even years, until they're not. They don't process anger in real time. They swallow it. They minimize it. They tell themselves it's not a big deal. But here's what they don't understand. Anger doesn't disappear just because you ignore it. It accumulates. It compounds. It ferments into something toxic. And then one day, something small happens. You forget to take out the trash. You make an innocent joke, and suddenly they detonate. They bring up everything from the last 5 years. Every grudge, every slight, every moment they said it's fine when it wasn't fine. The explosion is so disproportionate that everyone thinks they're the crazy one. But it's not crazy. It's just pressure that was building silently for years. And here's the tragic part. After the explosion, they feel so guilty that they go right back to suppressing. The cycle continues. Type boom if you've witnessed or experienced this explosion. So, how do you tell which type you're dealing with? Here's the test. Bring up a legitimate concern. Express a boundary. And watch what happens. The healthy person will hear you, maybe get a little defensive for a moment, but then they'll engage. They'll work through it with you. The pathological suppressor will immediately fold, apologize for existing, and take on blame that isn't theirs. The manipulator will flip it back on you. Suddenly you're the problem for bringing it up. And the pressure cooker? They'll say it's fine, but you'll feel the ice. The distance. The withdrawal. Here's what I need you to understand. People who never get angry aren't peaceful. They're either trauma survivors, manipulators, or ticking time bombs. True peace comes from people who can get angry, who do get angry when it's warranted, but who've learned to express it in healthy ways. If this opened your eyes to something in your own life, share this video with someone who needs to see it. And if you want more content on dark psychology and relationship red flags, hit that subscribe button. Because next week, we're diving into the psychology of people who are too nice, and trust me, it's darker than you think. Comment which type describes someone in your life. Let's discuss in the comments.